Hey everyone, it's Deli here. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be making a tiny home speed build, and I've actually used a existing tiny home floor plan to inspire this build. So this irregular shape that we're creating right now is based off a tiny home that exists in real life, and it is two-story. But the thing is, with The Sims, the staircases and the second story tend to go up so high that they're not the same as the tiny homes in real life. Like, do you get what I mean? Tiny homes might have a mezzanine level that's not that high above the existing ground level. And when you try and do it in The Sims, the staircase is a lot longer and the walls are a lot higher and it just doesn't look as cute and as tiny. So I decided instead to do like a split level home. So instead of doing the upstairs bit, we're going to go slightly downstairs, which you'll see in a little while. And I also wanted to make this a pastel tiny home because, you know, going with the cutesy theme of tiny homes, I love tiny homes. I feel like pastel colors goes with the theme of being sweet and, you know, fun. Pastel colors are fun. So that's what we're going to be working with today. And I suppose this tiny home is going to have not really a modern aesthetic or a clean aesthetic. It's more of like some old, some new, some traditional, some cottagey, a bit of a mix of different styles. And it kind of all comes together in a mixture of light washed woods, pastel colors. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. So hopefully you guys like it too. And by all means, if you want to download it, it'll be on the gallery under my username Deligracy. So just search for that and you should be able to download it. And as I always remind you guys, make sure in your filters to have show custom content ticked, because on the gallery, even though my builds don't use custom content, they'll still usually not be seen until you have that filter switched on. Yeah, or checked. So this is our little kitchen and our little seating area, and often when I'm doing builds focusing on the interior, such as a tiny home where you need to make sure you use a really small amount of space, I do tend to furnish as I build, so I know exactly how much space each object needs. So I'm definitely kind of placing some of the items down. Some of them will stay the same, some of them will change. And right now this will be the front door, which I know right now is actually facing the back of the lot, but we're going to be rotating the house around as we get further into it. You know, sometimes you think the front's gonna be where the front is, but then you get into your build and you're like, actually the back should be the front. And that's exactly what's happening in this build right now. I also deleted the staircase at this point. We could have done 2 stories, but I just feel like doing the split level suited it more, was a little bit more cute, and didn't make the house look bigger. And here we go. Here's our little staircase at the front. I actually love those stairs. I think those stairs, were they from Seasons? I think they're so sweet. And then here's our split level room where you go down the stairs to get to the bedroom. And of course, for this tiny home, there's just 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's as tiny as possible. You could easily add on an extra little room if your Sims had a baby, or if they wanted a roommate, or if they had a child or elder even living with them. You can totally do that. But right now I'm keeping it as tiny as possible. And I thought it'd be really, really cute to have this corner sofa. So, and you know, diagonal walls, often if, you know, people ask me, how do you make a build more interesting? My builds are always little boxes. Diagonal walls can be a really good thing to experiment with because it kind of forces you to furnish a little bit differently and utilize the space a little bit differently. And it makes the exterior look a little less box-like. So I love those corner sofas. It means you can utilize those diagonal walls with your furniture as opposed to using the move objects on sheet and trying to kind of stack items on top of each other to fit in a diagonal room. I think it works really nicely. And for the roofing, I was going to do a really simple half wall around the roof and just leave it at that, leave it as a flat roof. But in the end, I was like, no, we need to make this cuter. So we're going to have some proper roofing as well. And in the spots where the roofing wouldn't cover, we're going to make little glass skylights. So, you know, it's kind of nice. Tiny homes in the real world do utilize a lot of skylights because you need to think of smart ways to get that little bit of extra light in. I mean, if you have the budget to do so, it's a nice thing to do. So we are going to put some little skylights in with the glass roof set. We're in an update a while ago now, but you know, if you guys haven't been in the sim world for long, or if you have taken a break and you're coming back to watching some build videos, we do have glass roof patterns now, which is really, really handy. And I'm so glad they added it to the game. So here's our first little skylight that just goes over the bench area where your Sims can eat. Kind of fits in perfectly there. And I just think it's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love Sims. I think I'm so obsessed with Sims. Like, obviously making videos based on Sims content every day, I play so much Sims, but I just, like, I don't get sick of it. I never get sick of it. It's really weird. And I've been doing so many builds lately. I'll probably post this one maybe a few days after doing it, but I've been doing a lot of builds and I'm just like, oh, I love them. I think I should probably space them out to one a week now though, because I think we had like 3 builds last week or something crazy. So yeah. At this stage, I had this idea that I wanted to match the door to the walls, but there's not many wallpapers that suit an exterior wall that are a vibrant blue. So I was actually considering this dine out wallpaper, which, don't worry, we're gonna get rid of it. It's just not working. We actually go for a wallpaper from the new Strangerville pack, which I really like on little tiny homes, because in Australia it's quite a trend to be using corrugated iron. I mean, when I say it's a trend, it's been in modern, more recent house builds for years now, but I think it might be a little bit more common in Australia compared to some other countries, but corrugated iron is kind of used a lot in buildings here, especially modern types of homes or, you know, farmhouses that have been converted. I think people do it because it's actually an affordable architecture style to put on your homes. I could be wrong because I've never built a home, but I assume that it's kind of affordable and that's why people have used it. And so we are going to use a little bit of corrugated iron. I'll be interested to see and curious to see how many of you guys turn your nose up at it and think it's weird, or how many of you guys kind of get it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might be more of an Australian style. I don't know. Anyway, we can all chatter away in the comments down below. And yeah, let's talk about my day. What did I do today? Well, this week in Melbourne, Australia, it's been very warm. It's like 27 degrees Celsius every day, which has been really nice. Here's the corrugated iron that I was telling you about. I think it might have a different name in the US. And it's been quite warm. I'll probably post this next week though. So if you guys are in Melbourne and you're like, what? It's freezing. What is she talking about? It's because I filmed this last week. And I did go out for a walk today. I've got a package that I've been eagerly awaiting, a clothes package. And I realized today that I think someone stole the package because it says it's been delivered, but I was in Sydney, so I definitely didn't receive it. And the post office is like, it's gone. It was delivered. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, bit of a bummer. Hopefully that works out soon. And I've been a little bit tired, so just been taking it easy today, doing some builds. You know how it is. Yeah, that's my news. So let me know in the comments down below what your news is, because I like to know what you guys have been up to. Okay, our house is pretty much taking shape now. Just sighting down some of those downlights because I just felt like we needed to. Light floorboards in this tiny home. I do tend to opt for lighter floorboards a lot of the time. This is true. It's more my style, but I think in the last modern build I did, we used a darker floorboard, so I'm trying to mix it up. I feel like I'm allowed to do another lighter floorboard. I feel like I've paid my darker floorboard duties already. And I thought the bathtub should kind of be an older cottage bathtub. You know, some reused items, vintage items. The door to the bathroom with the little window clearly is like an older door probably that they've reused, like a cottage door. Lots of pastel colors in here, light greens, pink tiles. It's just very cutesy, and I like to think that they've used a lot of things that they have found or been given to build this home, as well as fused it with a few more modern pieces too. So it's a whole mishmash of aesthetics. And I guess I was thinking of it as being a little bit farmer style too. So I do have a couple of farmer things on the wall. It really is like a mix. And I loved that the pink towel matched the flooring. So I was like, we need to have this little side table here and tie it in to the floor with that pink towel on top of it. And yeah, I do like matching a lot of colors. So I did find that this curtain, that minty color, matched nicely to the wall. The yellowy golden curtain rod matches the dustpan on the broom item there. And I wanted it to look really lived in. So we will have a few laundry eco-living style items out the front of the house to give it that more eco-living tiny home look and feel. So we'll get to that in a little while. And I love this bright blue wallpaper. I think it's so like bright and fun and smiley. And I just think it's a really cute tiny home. I hope you guys enjoy using it for some of your gameplay. I probably won't be using this in any LPs at this stage, but you never know in the future. Typically when I start a new Let's Play, I do a whole new build, but the Let's Play I'm thinking of starting that may or may not have been posted yet, I don't think I will be able to do a build for it. So I don't want to give too much away in case it hasn't posted, but if it has posted, you should go check it out. Check it out now. And yeah, side table, more modern bed. The reason why I did this more modern bed is simply because of the nice sheets and blue Doona cover. I was trying not to use the plain white Doona cover that I always go for because I really like white bedding. So I went the blue because I know some of that frustrates people if I don't mix it up a bit, and I think it's good to push ourselves a little. It's funny how I'm like saying, you need to push yourselves. And my big push for myself is using a bed with a different bed sheet color. That's my big push in my life right now, challenging myself in The Sims. This was a little tricky, the curtains over here. I felt like the overlap of them might have looked a little strange, but I think it works with the couch in front of it. It covers it up a little bit or distracts you from looking at the overlap of the curtains. So it works with the overlapping of pillows maybe. And I didn't really want to have a fully blue or a fully pink wall. So I just put a pillar to kind of section off the two wallpaper colors. Those pots were really cute on the balcony as well. So I popped those in, and sizing these like glass or plastic looking lights, I felt like clear things would look really nice in this house, and we don't have a lot of clear, so I was like, well, we can use the clear lights, I guess. And I love that front door that we got with Get Famous. Is that a mid-century vibes, I guess, with the windows that kind of have that pattern in it? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? How there's like lines down the windows of that modern door? Nah, we can't see it anymore. Anyway, I just like that. Just a little bit different. And then this is the little eating area where you can sit at the bench and look out the window. Little galley kitchen there with the little cottage curtains, which I still don't understand what the point of those half curtains are. Are they meant to be able to come down a bit or just cover half the window? I don't understand the point of them. Or are they purely just an aesthetic thing? I don't understand. And I felt like we needed to tie in a few of the colors in the kitchen. So I actually did that greeny teal color that will go with the fridge, and then the tiles behind the fridge. And of course a yellow bin there because we got to tie in that nice baby chicken yellow wallpaper, you know? And I thought those skateboards actually went with the house really nicely and tied in a lot of the colors as well. So I put those in. And I think I just realized I placed those skateboards over the thermostat. So well done, Deli. Claps for Deli. Damn it, that's gonna annoy me and you guys. So yeah. And then finishing off the bedroom as well with a few clothes hanging down. There isn't actually a wardrobe in this house, technically. So you'd have to use a mirror to actually change the outfit of your sim, which you can do. You don't have to have a wardrobe to do that. And obviously there's cheats to enter Create a Sim 2. And then over here in the lounge room, I just wanted to have like a nice little bench under the TV. Hopefully it doesn't obstruct Sims from sitting on the couch. I don't think it will, but I don't know. And then a couple of ottoman type things here on the floor that may or may not block your Sims from getting to the bathroom. I'm not sure, but at least for the purpose of this build, it looks pretty cute. So we'll keep it for the screenshots. Easy enough to delete if it's blocking the Sims. And a little barbecue out the front. We're gonna get a little bit of landscaping in. And yeah, gotta turn the house around to be on the right side. I thought we had to go ahead and use a super bright picket fence because this house is just cute and fun. Almost went for the lighter wood. I was like, no, we gotta have fun. And no, there is no chimney in this house. But I mean, there's no fireplace in this house, but the chimney, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like we need a little chimney to finish it off. So yeah. I mean, maybe they did have a fireplace originally and kind of took it out. Maybe it was like a really, really tiny home to begin with, or a little shed with a chimney that they have made into a tiny home. You know, it could make sense to still have a chimney. And then I just thought we'd have the clothesline and little clothes washer out the front of the house. I just thought it gave it a lot more character having it at the front door. And of course, just a little bit of landscaping. This house, I don't think comes into a starter budget because I have just gone ahead without any restrictions with decorations. But if you wanted to use it as a starter build, you could delete a couple of windows and a few of the plants. And I think it would pass. You just might have to go for a few cheaper options in the furnishing department, but it can work. And it does use a whole range of packs. That's the other thing. We are so overdue for a base game only build. I really have to do that for you guys because you request that all the time. Because I'm such a greedy simmer, I just want to use all the packs at once and it's hard not to. But I will do it for you guys. I'll get around to it. And yeah, just putting in the few extra little rocks and terrain painting, and we're going to jump into the screenshots now. So here is our tiny home. Isn't it cute? I think it's adorable. I actually really like the corrugated iron wallpaper. I think it's kind of different. Here's the little seating area, TV, obviously, little ottoman under the table there, and damn, there's the thermostat covered up by the skateboards. That's so annoying. The bedroom, maybe those curtains were a little bit over the top, but who cares? They're fun and bright, and I love that little ironing board as well to make it look like tiny living, even more so. Yeah, and cute fridge. I kind of wish I had that fridge. It reminds me of Smeg fridges where you can get them in that more 50s looking style in really cute pastel colors. I would love one of those, but they are so expensive. If you have a Smeg fridge, I'm very jealous. Anyway, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I cannot wait to speak to y'all soon. So, dag dag.